Hey, Assalamu alaikum. Let's understand about the amphetamine. So, what is the amphetamine? So, let's understand about that. This is a drug. So, the amphetamine is very addictive drug, and which that produce the positive feedback. And in this way, you will get the reward after the consumption of amphetamine. And in this way, the next reward required more amphetamine drug. So, the more quantities, more amount of the amphetamine. So in this way, the amphetamine is the drug which that basically increase the neurotransmitter. What is the neurotransmitter? Neurotransmitter basically a lot of types which that release from your nervous system to excite the muscle, excite your brain, excite your sympathetic nervous system or parasympathetic nervous system on the basis of the situation. For example, you will fear in this way the epinephrine and norepinephrine basically release, and cortisol basically hormone will release, but the adrenergic neuron will activate, will lead to norepinephrine, and epinephrine will increase. This epinephrine and norepinephrine will lead to increase the heartbeat, increase the more alertness, that is sympathetic nervous system activation. But whenever you will basically feel relaxed, so that is the parasympathetic nervous system activation. The parasympathetic nervous system activation means the basically parasympathetic nervous system is the rest and digest. In this way, the neurotransmitter involved dopamine also give the relaxation, serotonin, and the endorphin, and on the other hand the glutamate, which that is the excitatory neuron, but which that will lead to basically give the cool and calmness, and that is the rest and digest. It can be stimulated due to the fearless person. It can stimulate during the happiness, during the some happy mood, during the eating time and sleeping time, or during the gaming. So in this way, the dopamine is a major which that will basically release and you will feel relaxed. And in this way, basically the dopamine also stimulated due to the amphetamine. So we are just understanding about the amphetamine. Amphetamine basically trigger the neurotransmitter dopamine. Yes, the dopamine neurotransmitter when released. So in this way, it will basically excitatory. Basically, it will excite the postsynaptic neuron. It will not inhibit but excite, which that excite the whole body to relax. And in this way, that is the reward, and this is the positive reward. You will feel happy, calm, relaxed, and the parasympathetic nervous system activation ultimately due to the dopamine production. So in this way, basically the reuptake of the dopamine will not possible due to the amphetamine. Amphetamine will not allow to reuptake the neurotransmitter dopamine, while in the normal case the dopamine can reuptake, will again process and store that dopamine. But amphetamine will not allow to reuptake, and in this way the dopamine continuously bind with the dopaminergic receptor in the postsynaptic neuron, will lead to activate the more and more excitation, and it basically is the overproduction of the dopamine due to the amphetamine. But in the next time, you should require the more amount of the amphetamine as a drug, and that is the basically lead to cause addiction. The addiction is basically will lead to increase, and in this way the cognitive impairment, memory loss, Alzheimer's disease, and other fatigue related disease will occur due to the neuromuscular junction will not function properly due to the overstimulation and our function. Because the amphetamine also used for the athletic performance and during the gym exercise, during the increase the performance in every time, in every way. For example, during the study time, during the working time. So the amphetamine is drug. It basically you should increase the quantity for feeling the experience which that you feel previously, and in this way you will feel basically the excitement and feeling more pleasure. I hope you make sense about that. So the amphetamine you should use or not. So I am giving the suggestion, don't use the amphetamine. Basically you should release the dopamine naturally, basically which that is healthy. So the dopamine, our expression and our production, basically whenever you need to release the dopamine, so the dopamine will not release, and it can release through amphetamine and the heavy dose as compared to the previous dose. And in this way, basically you will feel the happy. Without amphetamine, you will nothing. So that is the problem, and that is the addiction. So you should quit the amphetamine through decline, basically the quantity of amphetamine, and basically you should consistently work and busy your life in the gym and exercise to quit that amphetamine. It is very difficult to quit because it is drug, but you should force your brain and basically consciously think about that. It is not bad, and then you can quit that. So this is the drug, so you should quit, and by this mechanism you can quit it. So this is the amphetamine story. I hope you make sense about that. So the drug addiction will lead to cause many disease, because the drug addiction is the basically abusive for you, for your health. So in this way, your brain loss, your memory loss, your neurodegeneration progression will increase. I hope you make sense about that. If you like my video, please make sure to subscribe, like and share for new updates. And in this way, see you in the next video. For this time, bye. Allah Hafiz.